Alright, making a video. Yay. Brutally hot once again. Yeah, really hot. It's almost over though. A couple more days and it'll break back to normal summer style weather. So anyway, discouraged conversation. This is just little bits and pieces of stuff going through my head from different videos. I tried to watch a couple of Matt videos, but they're just impossible now. Ludite made some sort of vague, rambly, nothing video dissecting or diagnosing the ills of the human race, and I think doing a pitiful job of explaining what the ill is. Maybe I'll talk about that. I mean, I'd like to get to that mystic person crap, but you know, I'm going to have to definitely have my notes in order for that one. Oh God, I feel better than this. Anyway, so you know, what's wrong? Why is the human race having such troubles? Yeah. And really, I think the conflict is in this whole growing up thing. You know, we've transitioned from animals controlled entirely by the game, totally owned by the game, where all your goals were defined by internal mechanisms of biology, reflexes, you know, crude mechanisms. Peacock feathering kind of behavior. You're just obliged to do it the way you must do it. Just as, you know, there's some bird somewhere that just picks up little blue things and, you know, puts them in a big pile just to impress the chicks. And yeah, they can't break from that tradition and succeed. They have to do it. And so yeah, that's the animal we were. And we've migrated now to this new kind of animal that has information and knowledge of many different strategies, many different ways to address issues and problems. We are now defining goals, not just being servants to them. And it's a huge difference. So it sort of gets to this argument about will. You know, what is, you know, this came up because of will to power, because of this idea of willing yourself, or willing, you know, a different strategy to apply. And I just said it, a different strategy to apply. I mean, there's no will, there's strategies, there's an understanding, there's an idea. These are the things that we have. Will is just an expression of those things. You either have ideas or you don't have ideas. It's not like you have will or you don't have will. No. Or a power will. You know, you either have ideas, you have strategies, you have ways of behaving that are different or new or innovative or all of this crap, or you don't. And you acquire those through interaction, acquiring bits and pieces of the truth, and then you put the bits and pieces together. Just like a scientist a few hundred years ago might find correlations between, you know, patterns in something and say, oh, I see a pattern here. Yes, all these radiuses, you know, always are divisible by these circumferences and come up with the same ratio. And so here we have a formula and we have a something, and we have, you know, we can codify it into a statement, and that's all your will is. It's an expression of your understanding, an expression of the strategies you've acquired. You're a pitcher, you can learn how to throw curveballs and knuckleballs and fastballs and sliders, and there's all kinds of new names, but yeah, you can find different ways and angles and modes of throwing, and you're not willing it, you're doing it. because you understand how to do it. You learn how to do it. Not complicated. So anyway, back to the original, more interesting perhaps subject of, this idea of we're being pushed now by a knowledge stream. Before it was a stream of imperatives from nature, survival of the fittest kind of crap, be possessive, fight, know the right time to fight, the right time to flee, these kind of strategies that'll define the successful gladiator. Figure out a way to, use up your friends, get them to do all kinds of shit for you and then stab them in the back. Get the most you can out of everything you touch. And now we have this more elegant understanding that says slavery is bullshit. Exploitation of children is bullshit. Subjugation and cheating people of their opportunity is bullshit. Unfairness is bullshit. And so now we have a new stream we're being pushed by. And we're still being pushed by it. Yeah, I'd like to say we're navigating the stream. No, the stream is navigating us. That's the thing people aren't getting. The reasonableness and logic and facts are a stream underneath us, the stream of facts. And they are going to tend to push your boat in a direction, in a method. There'll be a method to it. And yet might sway and swerve and, go in and out and weave around here and get bent by that, and there'll be storms, and there'll be this, and there'll be rocks, and there'll be all kinds of things. But the truth is, in the end, it's going to travel in a direction, and it's going to reach a destination. And that's what knowledge is doing to us now. So we're in this new boat, in this new stream. We don't have to obey the old one anymore. We're still moved by it substantially. The streams are still intimately connected. We're still placating our history, our animal nature. And this is the real tension, is when will these streams separate? When will we become more than that thing? And that's sort of where the metaphor breaks down, because there is a point that you realize you can't separate them. It's the animal is the only thing that has any function. The animal had a function. The new animal has a purpose, which is very different. The new animal has the purpose of achieving enlightenment. The old animal had the function of surviving. And the mechanisms that encourage that survival where all the meaning is. That is in the qualia states, the sentient states of being, the pain and the pleasure. And so the value is all in that stream. It's all in the stream that created the sensation. And you can't really go anywhere with this intelligence without playing with that mechanism. Because the minute you eradicate the mechanism is the minute you eradicate sensation, all function. You don't have a function anymore. There's no reason to do anything anymore. All the purpose is created by the value created by the sentient animals. The intellect can create nothing but useful strategies. It can't create the sensation. So the necessity, it doesn't create the need. It solves and resolves need. So, taking the metaphor a step further, the end game. What's the ocean? What's the waterfall? What's the conclusion of the bits of knowledge flowing underneath us. Where are they pointing? Where are they heading? And they're heading to this simple realization that, yes, the origins is not brilliant. It is an unintelligent design. That this mechanism of, artificial, contrived function, that is, chase your carrot, run from your whip, biologically installed to oblige you to survive, an arbitrary, erroneous almost ambition, in and of itself to be claimed to be valuable, and yet it is not. It has no substance, and the knowledge stream is going to become more and more aware that the problem being resolved is a problem of brokenness, and all you do is stop breaking, stop it at the source. It's a pollution. It's into the environment. It's a problem maker. And you don't put more gasoline in the machine making problems. You turn the machine making problems off. So that's where this is a knowledge of strategies, of more efficiency, of greater efficiency, of greater understanding of the dynamics of human existence, greater levels of empathy, and being capable of understanding I'm just one pawn, that all the pawns need to be helped. The idea of unionizing and all these other things that we've done is we've recognized these unnatural conditions that nature didn't provide recognition of, that are more important, that a child isn't a possession, it's a possessor of properties, that being a child isn't something you can your or mine or that kind of crap. It's a thing in and of itself. It demands care, not because you own it, but because it exists. These kinds of bits of logic is what the stream has running through it, pushing us to in what is called enlightenment. And enlightenment's grand in that it frees you of this, the animal nature. It frees you of the crudeness of your selfish, conniving, manipulating, scheming existence. You no longer have to be a vole. You no longer have to be a wheeler and a dealer and a thief, essentially. That's a great liberty. But the price tag is, it will also inform you that you have to also recognize it's not a game that can be played by intelligence. It's a very dumb and crude game, and it can't be played intelligently. There's no way to play it intelligently. True intelligence. You can have more intelligent strategies, but you can't initiate the game or perpetuate the game through any kind of rational purpose. So, I think that's probably enough. This is something I just keep pushing, and I don't seem to be getting much acknowledgement of the significance of this. But this distinction between our understanding and our psychology, the distinction between philosophy and psychology, this is so fucking important. And to understanding what it is to be human and alive in 2013. So, anyway, I guess you're not going to find a simple, oh, they did it wrong. You're not going to find somebody to point your finger at and blame, like Hitler or something. Hitler broke the world. No, what broke the world, what broke us, is this inevitable conflict between the irrationality of our origins and the logical continuity of facts. And it's just a sad fact that we weren't designed to function efficiently and productively. We were designed just to survive, and that wasn't enough of a mission statement. It isn't enough of a mission statement to create efficient resource allocation and use. We have squandered and wasted suffering, and that's a fact of our bad, crude origin, not a function of we did it the wrong way. No, there's no right way. You can't play the game intelligently. The end. So, till next time.